What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out a knife from CJRB. It has been a minute since they send out any gear for me to review and share with you guys, but they just recently sent this one out. We're gonna go ahead and get in here doing the honors. I got the Rivery Zero, super fidgety, made in good old US of A. Check out the overview video on this guy if you haven't already. And I'll have this knife, this product, everything else you see on this video linked down below in the description and pinned comment. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get in here, shall we? Here we go, typical unboxing experience from CJRB. I think this one has some special sauce, something new and exciting about this guy. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Bam, there's a knife, and then your typical zipper pouch and wiping cloth. But here we go. This is the star of the show. Hey, I'm a little bit late to the party on this one. A little bit of a late to the party on this one because a few other channels have already reviewed this knife. But we are checking out a brand new lock that has qualities of a crossbar lock and also sort of like a spine lock, kind of like a Demko Sharks lock, or the super lock on a Civivi Vision FG, or say the stealth lock on the Severn from Winter Blade Co. I'm curious to see how this is going to work out on this one. It looks like we have blacked out G10 with a very nice frag pattern sort of milling going on here, right? That I absolutely like. Got the linear hole solution right there, TA hardware all around, deep pocket carry clip, reversible. I mean, it's hard for a company like CJRB at this point to miss the formula for a good, what makes a good EDC knife. So thumb studs here, nice and accented in orange, aside from everything else being black. I like that. If you're ready, I'm ready. Here we go. Bam. All right, guys, take a look at this. All right, blade kind of gives me a little bit of pyrite vibes in a way, but not quite. Has this straight line right here, so sort of clip point vibes with the flat grind. All blacked out, of course. CJRB logo here. AR RPM 9, which is their proprietary steel for their budget knives. I'm going to give it a nice little wipe here real quick. And of course, the star of the show is going to be the lock. Now, the name on this one is the Bolt, B-O-L-T, and it's rocking the Recoil Lock is what this thing is called. So, and they call it the V2. So there must have been a V1 at some point. I totally missed it. This is the Recoil Lock V2. So we got some jimping on this little back spine right here as well. So, all right, look at that. Okay. Why didn't anybody think of this a lot sooner? I'm not sure, but it makes a lot of sense, right? By doing the same action, it's basically as if you were doing this same action, right? Pulling on both sides of the crossbar lock with both thumb and index finger, or you could just use your index finger and pull back here on this little back spine right there. So obviously I'm gonna have to get a feel for it. Using it with a regular crossbar lock sort of approach works really good. I'm sure the recoil portion is gonna break in nicely. Well, so far seem to be getting the hang of it here pretty quickly. Hey guys, really quick, I just posted a video for the 35K subscriber giveaway. I'm giving away 15 different knives, so I'll have a link to that video in the description and pinned comments. Thank you all so much for this amazing growth. 35,000 subscribers is an amazing number. Hopefully we can get to 50K by the end of the year. Check out the video, get entered to win, and best of luck to everybody. All right, that is pretty cool, right? The fact that you can deploy multiple different ways. I gotta tell you, I'm just gonna bring it out here. I am absolutely going to bring it out here. That was one of the things that drew me to the Severn here from Winter Blade Co. the most, because yes, you can use it kind of like a crossbar lock, and then it also has this little tab back here. It's called the stealth lock because the little tab hides away, and you can also use it kind of like a shark lock. So it's kind of like a shark lock meets a crossbar lock. So, I mean, can you tell I'm a little bit of a nerd about all these knives, and I absolutely love all these different deployment methods. Absolutely sign me up. But the good news, I mean, obviously those last three that I just showed you are all premium knives. The good news is this is a budget knife that is affordable, that you can absolutely pick up and not break the bank at all. So that obviously is a win for everybody. I absolutely love when companies compete, when they are absolutely trying to bring the most innovative lock, right, or feature to a knife they possibly can, because the industry can get a little bit stale over time if it's the same old stuff, the same old boring materials, the same old boring locks all the time over and over again. So we need a fresh of a breath of fresh air, so I'm trying to say, with stuff like this. So I'd love to see that at the CJRB price point, so you know this thing's going to be very affordable. Again, link down below in the description and pinned comment. So Very fidget friendly. If you don't, if me being carried away by the lock isn't a good indicator by now. So yeah, definitely going to be very fidget friendly. Also, obviously ambidextrous friendly as well. I'm not a lefty, but I'm going to show you here how little dexterity I have, and somehow I can make it work with my left hand. Let me try the recoil back flipper here. There we go. All right, listen, if I can do that with my left hand, and that's my non-dominant hand, obviously you as a lefty can enjoy this knife all day. And this G10 is so grippy, even trying to, grip the knife a little bit further down on the handle. It's a bit of a struggle because that's some grip right there. I'm not even lying. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That is not even exaggerating. That is some solid grip. G10 with the frag pattern, nice combo. Absolutely gotta love it. So what else we got going on here, right? We got the hammer. Let's talk about the ergos. I have average size hands, not the biggest of hands, not the smallest of hands. I'm able to get a full grip here, right? Full 4-finger grip. Then of course, CJRB absolutely knows the importance of a good old finger choil on an EDC knife. So they give you that right here, and I'm absolutely here for it. Sign me up all day, every day. This feels right at home. Absolutely feels like money. Money! Good jimping on the blade, right? And it's also a good geometry here. We'll get some readings in a moment. Looks pretty thin from this view right here. And yeah, it just feels like we're locked and loaded and ready to go. The Recoil V2, right? Very, very interesting take on a crossbar lock, adding a little bit of extra flair, extra sauce, an additional way to deploy and fidget with the knife. Anyways, before I keep getting carried away with the fact that you can fidget to oblivion with this knife, let's see here. We got an overall length of 7.5, so that's good. Solid length there, right in between 7 and 8. 7.5, that's good all day for EDC. 3.5 on the blade length, and we have 3 on the cutting path. Maybe a little bit shorter than, like 2.99, kind of like how Boss Deed loves to do the 2.99. And then over 4 inches, but under 4.25 on the handle. So let's go 4.2, somewhere in that ballpark. Again, not a very large knife, not a very small knife. It's a medium knife, right? When it comes to EDC, that's the size, right, that you want, unless, obviously you like carrying something on the opposite end of the spectrum. So 0.10 is actually a little bit thinner than the average 0.12 here in the channel. I kind of had a feeling. And then the handle thickness here is 0.42, also a little bit thinner than the average 0.5 in the channel. So there you go. Now really quick, before I bring my scale out here, we do have recessed liners. Very nice and tastefully done. And in case you're wondering, yes, there's plenty of milling going on throughout the liners here on both sides. We do have a sandwich construction with 2 standoffs. And we said big hardware all around. TA everywhere except the pocket clip, which is T6. So with that all in mind here, I'm going to guess we are looking at perhaps a 2.5 to 3 ounce knife. That's got to be it. So here we go. Look at that. Right on the money right there. 2.7 ounces or 78 grams. Right? Pretty good weight for EDC. Not too heavy, not too light. Absolutely what the doctor ordered right there. Sign me up. Let's, of course, get some size comparisons here, right? Next to a few other CJRB knives, there is the Maximal, right? That one has the carbon fiber scales. The AR-SF2 steel on this one. And here we got the CJRB Kain, right? Just kind of give you a ballpark. Again, we said 7.5 inches, so that more or less gives you an idea there. Next to a few of the typical ones here in the channel, there is the MSI. Here is the Stitch from Microtech. Guys, be the judge there. Obviously, the Bolt is a little bit smaller. Here's the Spyderco PM2 and the Para 3. All right, very Para 3 size, if anything, as you guys can see. And last but not least, there's the Demko AD 20.5 and the Kunwu Chad. Right, again, this recoil lock, it's a good kind of blend, right, between a shark lock, right, that spine lock on the Demko knives, and a good old crossbar lock. So yeah, I was just happy to see this. Why did it take this long for something like this to be around? I don't know if there were any patents involved or what the deal might be, but I gotta tell you, the finished product and the way CJRB implemented it here is absolutely fire. I can tell you without a doubt. But you already know we got to see what this guy can do in the cutting department, right? AR RPM 9 steel on this one. Checking the yeah, good old nail test right there. passes that with flying colors. 5x zoom for some extra drama. And here we go. All right, check that out. Getting swirls there for days. Let's get some full slices here, shall we? Bam. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bam. Boom. Bam. All right, so it can cut paper all day, every day. No surprises there. Single wall piece of cardboard cutting diagonally for better performance. Right? It's going to look something like this. Here we go. Bam. Boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. All right, there you have it, guys. Definitely made some quick work out of that cardboard. Give her a nice little wipe right here. Do we need to bust out the break-free CLP? It looks like not right now. And so, yeah, definitely good black coat there, matching the aesthetics. Yeah. Guys, rate this one in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10, 10 being the sharpest. All right, factory edge, you all let me know. All right, guys, well, there you have it. That is a CJRB Bolt. Again, rocking the Recoil Lock V2. And this is the kind of stuff that at least me personally, and I think other content creators get excited about as well. You know, we see so many knives that we make content on. And even if you're an enthusiast and you don't make content on social media, but you do have, you know, your rotation of your own knife collection or whatever, it's seeing things that are innovative, things that are different, new locks, new takes, new interpretations or on a proven formula. Right now, this one is, again, combining two of my most favorite and most fidget-friendly locks of all time. So absolutely got to give it to them. This one absolutely stands out from, you know, a sea of knives that we have seen this year. A lot of them are great for an amazing price, but not everyone is innovating as much as, you know, dare I say, as much as they should. So seeing something like this makes me happy, absolutely puts a smile on my face. And yeah, this is a pretty cool new lock. Again, not reinventing the wheel, but in a way sort of combining the best of both worlds. So I don't know if there's going to be any better way to put that. That's just my 2 cents on the recoil lock here. I definitely want to hear your thoughts, guys. What do you think about the Bolt from CJRB, right? What do you think about the recoil lock? Definitely let me know. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. What do you like about it? What do you love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know. Again, links for this knife and every other knife you saw in this video, link down below in the description and pinned comment. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.